Render Network marks a significant advancement in digital content creation, offering an innovative solution for the ever-growing demand for computational power in media production. The platform's decentralized nature leverages blockchain technology to democratize access to rendering resources, thus overcoming the limitations of traditional centralized infrastructures. Today we'll do a deep dive into Render Network, a blockchain-based global rendering platform that efficiently handles an array of computational tasks. It ranges from basic rendering to complex machine learning training, catering to the needs of artists, engineers and developers. And by connecting creators with GPU power providers, it facilitates high-quality digital content creation with enhanced efficiency and reduced costs. The digital content creation industry faces numerous challenges. Firstly, high-resolution media production such as 4K or 8K visuals demand immense computational power, often unattainable for individual artists or small studios. This leads to prolonged rendering times and significant delays in project completion. Additionally, the cost of acquiring or renting high-end GPUs is prohibitively expensive for many, creating a barrier to entry for high-quality content creation. Centralized GPU cloud services, while useful, often face issues like resource competition, leading to inefficiencies and further delays. Now, Render Network addresses these challenges innovatively. It taps into underutilized GPU resources globally, creating a decentralized network where anyone with spare GPU power can contribute. This approach significantly increases the available computational power for rendering tasks. For instance, an artist working on a complex 3D model or a studio developing a VR experience can now access a vast network of GPUs, ensuring faster rendering times and higher efficiency. The network's token-based economy also democratizes access to rendering resources. By participating in the network, either as a content creator or a GPU provider, individuals earn tokens that can be used to pay for rendering services or exchange for monetary value. And this system reduces the cost burden and creates an incentive for GPU owners to contribute idle resources, effectively addressing the economic and resource challenges in the industry. And before we move on with the video, I want to remember you all that I'm not a registered financial advisor. My videos are meant to be educational and entertaining only. Always do your own research by using tools discussed on my channel. Only invest money you cannot afford to lose, and be aware of the fact that you can gain a lot in crypto, but most likely will lose it all. Now, in the event that you do become filthy rich, it's important that you safeguard your crypto, and the best way to do this is by using hardware wallets. And my choice of hardware wallet is Tangent because it's so convenient. All you need is your phone and a card to be able to utilize the hardware wallet. I've made a dedicated video on it, which I'll link down below as well, and can be seen on my YouTube channel. Be sure to check it out, and if you want to buy that hardware wallet, make sure to use my coupon code to get an additional 10% off. Right, let's now look at some real world use cases, because that's one of the things that has drawn my attention to this project. If you're playing a game like GTA for instance, everything you see in front of you is rendered out. But the thing is, what you don't see isn't rendered. So there is nothing behind you when playing the game. Only when you turn your character, a new world emerges. And the network is versatile, supporting a wide range of applications including visual effects, motion graphics, virtual assets and NFTs, virtual production and various other rendering applications like projection mapping, product design, architecture, simulation and visualization. It supports the creation of immersive, high-resolution content, facilitating industries from film and gaming to scientific research and architectural visualization. For those of you who have followed me for a while now, know that I keep an eye on the GameFi market, with in particular the gaming studios like Myriam, Meta, Xseed. It's one of the narratives that I expect to do very well, which means that with new 3D games releasing on the blockchain, there will be a higher demand for rendering tasks. And this is where Render can step in, which means that there will be a demand for it. And when there is a demand for something, the price usually goes up, which in the end is the goal for investors so they can sell. If you're new here to this channel, then you're unfamiliar with the next part, which is looking at metrics. We do this to get a better factual understanding of a project. Also be sure to join my free Telegram down below to get the latest crypto news and projects. The first metric we're going to look at is CoinGecko. Render falls into the AI category, which is one of the categories I'm interested in next to GameFi and real world use cases. Now we've already established that Render caters all three of them simultaneously. The circulating supply is less than the total supply, which means that there is still pressure on the price from new tokens being released. Now the second metric I'm interested in is the wallet distribution, because if the top 10 holds the majority of the tokens, this means I'll probably get wrecked in the process. Because if you think that you'll win it from the big guys, you're very wrong. Most people end up with less money than they've started with in crypto, and that's because of a few reasons. One of them is thinking they can be ahead of the game, but you can't. So what you can do is look at metrics like these and determine whether or not this is a comfortable risk you're going to take. Now the size of wallets can be found on bubblemaps.io. You need the contract address from CoinGecko and paste it in the Bubble Maps app. When you look at bubble maps, you see all kinds of bubbles, and these individual bubbles represent individual wallets and sometimes cluster of wallets. Now, the more divided the wallets are, the better. And if we look at Render, this looks good because some of the higher wallets are the exchanges, which makes sense because they need the liquidity, and other wallets own small percentages, which prevents big whales from being able to dump the price. Alright, so we've looked at CoinGecko, we've looked at bubble maps. Now what? I look at their blog, because if they haven't shown activity for a very long time, this might pose as an issue. By the looks of the Render blog, we can see recent articles, which means they are still actively posting content. And the articles contain information about upgrades, which is also good to see. And then after that, I'm going to YouTube, because I want to know if and what is being talked about in regards to Render. I search for things like Render token, Render network, Render review, and then filter on the most recent posts. And as you can see, Render is being talked about a lot right now, even by me. And this could mean two things. One, the project is upcoming, or the project is being hot right now. Now, regardless whether or not it's positive, this could also mean that we're in a euphoria stage in regards to the project, which might mean we better leave the ship if we're in it for the short term. And to see if we're dealing with the hype right now, we move over to their Twitter, copy their handle and paste it into twitterscore.io. We see that it scores an excellent. And one metric I'm interested in is the followers. So if you go to the chart 365 days, then you'll see that their followers have grown organically. We don't see sudden spikes, but a steady rise, which is a very positive sign as well. Now you can use other tools like Dune.com to check how active the network is in regards to new and total wallets over the past X amount of days, or you can go to a site like LunaCrush and see how they perform social-wise. Basically, there's a couple of more tools that you can use to dive deeper into this project, besides reading their white paper and getting all technical. Let us know down below what your top tools in crypto are, and who knows, I'll cover them in the next video. And now it's time to summarize all of this for you impatient people that have just skipped to the end of this video. Render Network revolutionizes the digital content creation landscape by leveraging blockchain technology to build a decentralized rendering ecosystem. It addresses the core challenges of computational demand and resource accessibility, offering an efficient, cost-effective and scalable solution. This innovation not only benefits content creators and GPU providers, but also significantly impacts various industries reliant on high-quality digital content. Are you interested in Render? Let us know. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Doei!